Eddie Hearn says, I don't think the public are going to want AJ to have two more fights on Franklin's level. Right. Let's talk.
Push the weight in the flex. Flex the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This article's from Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. Eddie Hearn says, I don't think the public are going to want AJ to have two more fights at Franklin's level. You think? I'm just going to briefly read through this. Eddie Hearn is certain that Anthony Joshua will want to challenge Tyson Fury for his WBC heavyweight title if the bout becomes a realistic option for Joshua's next fight. All right, right off the bat, let me stop right there. Let me stop right there for a moment. Look. Based off of what you've seen on Saturday, can AJ beat Tyson Fury? The answer is no. All right, drugs aside, cheating aside, he's not beating Tyson Fury. But let's read on. Joshua's promoter also acknowledged that facing Fury next probably isn't ideal if Joshua is to continue to improve while working with his new trainer, Derek James. The 33-year-old Joshua comfortably beat Jermaine Franklin on all three scorecards Saturday night at the O2 Arena in London, the British superstar's first fight with James in his corner. But Hearn admitted there is still plenty of room for Joshua to get better. All right, let me stop right there. Let me be very clear. At this point, AJ is a former two-time unified champion. He lost to Andy Ruiz. He got it back. All right? After winning all the belts, he lost to Ruiz. He got it back. All right? He lost those belts to Usyk, lost 2 times in a row, having breakdowns in the ring. He took some time away, got a new trainer. I got an American trainer, an American trainer, an American trainer. When I repeat myself like that, I repeat it for a reason. And normally, according to what a lot of trainers say, Derek James, I believe he said this. He said, to get acclimated to a fighter, it's going to take you about 2 or 3 fights. But what Hearn is saying, and I agree, is that time is of the essence. AJ has no time. He's a former unified champion. There is no light work at this point. So although the cards read that AJ won in a landslide victory, it wasn't easy. Those rounds were close. Franklin was a live dog, and that was something that was not supposed to happen. 4 years ago, he'd be picked him off the floor with Franklin. Whether he'd have done it or not, I don't know. But here's what we're saying. AJ was not as advertised. Now, there's no light work at this point. He just got 1 fight with Derek James. If the Fury fight is on the table, I don't know. I don't know where else he's going to make a bag at. Now you got to factor in, does he even beat Tyson Fury? The answer is no. He does not beat Tyson Fury. But I'll read on. It's up to AJ and Derek, Hearn said, when asked during the post-fight press conference about AJ and making AJ versus Fury next. AJ answer will be 100% yes. He was willing to take that fight in December, which was definitely the wrong time to make that fight. Derek James is 100% right. We should move him. We should give him more time with Derek James, but at the same time, every time he fights, big crowds, big purse, the people they're going to want to see the right opponent, and which is true. And you see, all of this was the Eddie Hearn enablers, the Eddie Hearn fans, the AJ fans that have since disappeared, at least stateside they have. I've been calling y'all guys number for like months now, like 3-4 months. Where y'all at? Because where this kid needs you, you're not here. Does he still have fans in the UK? Probably. Y'all sold out the O2, but what were they there for? Were they there rooting for AJ or hoping to witness something bad? Now on my live stream, I reviewed what the landscape of the heavyweight division looks like. For AJ, he doesn't really fit. He could lose all of those fights. I don't see him beating Fury. I don't see him beating Usyk. I don't see him beating Deontay Wilder. How about a rubber match with Andy Ruiz? I also said, hey, man, why not fight King Kong Ortiz right now? He's coming off of an L. That's still not a gimme fight. What about a rematch with Charles Martin? He got some work coming up, but he should win. Joe Joyce? Jared Anderson? Big Baby Miller? It's shark infested out here. But there is no light work. You're a former unified champion. There is no light work. So I agree, and I'm still getting through the article, but then don't nobody, you can't sell people Franklin again. You can't do it. Hearn realizes that paying public patience will be tested if AJ doesn't fight a heavyweight better than Franklin. I just said that. The British rival Dillian White wants his rematch with AJ to happen next, but it's unclear who the former IBF, IBO, WBA, and WBO champion will box in the second in the second of what hopes to be the 3 fights of 2023. I mean, Dillian White's not even a safe fight for him at this point, because AJ mentally, I still believe he's damaged goods. I believe he's damaged goods. I don't have any faith in this guy. See, prior to all of these losses, I just said, look, he's not as advertised. Y'all are putting him on this pedestal. Y'all making it hard for him. Because after his first loss, he's going to have to live up to the expectations. You see, Lennox Lewis got caught with something he didn't see versus Oliver McCall, but that Lennox said that mistake was fixed when they left the ring. And in the rematch, you saw what happened. He got caught against Hasim Rahman. In the rematch, you saw what happened. AJ's not built like that. He had the red carpet rolled out for him. He was a glorified marketing scheme. And now it's catching up to him. At this point, you're a former unified champion. There's no light work. This was your warm-up, and you didn't perform to the best of people's thoughts that still support you. You didn't support. I mean, you didn't close the show. People were looking for you to do that against Jermaine Franklin. It didn't happen. So what's next for you? It's shark-infested water. And what Eddie Hearn is basically saying in this article is, yo, we can't get you a top 15 guy down in the bottom somewhere, because people ain't gonna pay for that. Your next bout needs to be against someone who's up there, top 6. And I'm looking at the top 6, and it's not safe for you. All of these guys could beat you. I mentioned Ortiz. I mentioned Charles Martin. What about Otto Wallin? All of those guys can beat you. But his next fight, who's paying for it? It says here they're going to want to see him step up. If that's Dillian, if that's Fury, if it's Deontay, those guys will fancy their chances against AJ because they'll think, oh, well, there's a chance that he's not the fighter he was, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think AJ will box better against high-level opposition, particularly people that are coming to win. Please. I'll put the link in the description. You can read it yourself. But this is the danger. Now he's one loss away from being forgotten about. Frank Bruno? No. Ladies and gentlemen, Audley Harrison 2.0. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move!